buddy. I wanted to try to make a little recording about this thought I was having about a day ago. It's not really a good time, so I'll apologize now. I'm still getting over an allergic reaction to one of my favorite superfruits, actually, bananas. Yeah, I ate 3 of them bad boys. Most of you've heard the story, but for those that might stumble upon this video and don't know me, yeah, bananas will take me out, bro. It's that easy. So yeah, the thought. Uh, I'll start. I'll start at the beginning. I was walking home. Well, actually, I'm homeless, so I was walking to a destination, and I was like lost in thought. But my thought, I'm like I'm like proud to share this, but it's gonna seem like I'm gloating, and a lot of people would take that as bullshit. So I don't know if it's gonna come off as bullshit, but I'm being 100% real about this. Um, I had like found myself in prayer, and I've never really experienced that. So maybe like those who pray a lot, they find themselves doing that often. But to me, this was a whole new experience. Like instead of talking to myself in a little daydream, I was talking to God and I was praying. And that's what the thought is about that I want to share. The prayer I was praying for was sort of an epiphany, I guess you would call it. Man, I look fucked up, guys. I'm just looking at myself in this recording, and my cheeks. I sound funny to myself, so I don't know how I sound uh, in this, or if you could even hear me, but I do not look good. I look better. I'll try to post a pic. I might post my I might post my initial reaction to the allergic reaction for a profile pic for about a month or so, just so y'all can catch it. If you miss it, you miss out. But yeah, so the epiphany was that in previous times and desperations, before I really turned my life over to God and I prayed about the world and stuff, or like even not just that, when you hear other people talk about the earth and stuff like that, a lot of people say like the earth is dying, or like the earth is bleeding, or it's wounded. Well, the dying part, we we wouldn't really know that until it actually dies. But about it being like a wound or bleeding gives off this sensation to those words that all of the things that are hurting the earth have just happened. Like you think of like blood wound, you got a fresh scratch or maybe a cut, so you start bleeding. Well, that's not the case with the earth at all. In fact, there was a lot wrong with it as I was a kid that I wouldn't really notice as a kid, but I can look on back now and see that, right? So the epiphany part of this was more so towards the earth is scabbed, okay? Uh, there is an infection going on, but that's where the good side of this comes. With like bad bacterias and viruses, with specifically bacteria, I'm not sure about viruses. There are good bacterias. And then I reflected on myself, and I was gonna say you could do that too. Um, and this goes to multiple parts of our lives and stuff too. And this is where I found myself beginning a new prayer. We are all bacteria, and our actions are pretty much we're gonna dictate if we are the good bacteria or the bad bacteria. Like you are either here to clean the wound or here to infect it. And then there's also parts to this where, like we as bacteria, we do not, we don't know we're bad bacteria, or like we might discover we're bad bacteria, and well, if you start to change your actions, well, and you're not doing those things anymore, and you're bettering the wound, well, you're a good bacteria. And then there's people that don't know they're bad bacteria and don't know what they're doing is bad for the world. And I can't really say that they are bad bacteria, even if they're spreading infection, because they don't know what they're doing is bad. They're just doing what they do, or what they think they need to do, or you can don't go too far into that. Like, you'll get lost on a whole side subject that's not even related to the point. Because then you have people that know their actions are bad and that what they're doing is bad for the wound, and they don't care. They care more so about themselves than the state of the wound. So that's pretty much the conclusion to the thought. And with that, God bless.